Are you trying to connect AI into your Airtable base, but you are running into OpenAI API calls are taking too long? Airtable AI is not generating the results that you want when extracting data from PDFs, or you're trying to search externally and Airtable AI does not have the connections for that. If that's you, stick around, watch this video. I'm going to show you a way to get around that, and it is the easiest way to integrate AI into your Airtable base. All right, for the demo today, I am going to create a workflow that can take one of my ideas that I have over here in this column, and it will generate variations of the idea, and it will generate a research report. And we can trigger this workflow just by clicking the Trigger Research button. First up, I'm going to show you how to create the workflow in Carrot, and then I'm going to show you how to connect it in Airtable, and then I'll run it at the end. All right, in Carrot, this is the Create Workflow screen, and this is what we're going to do to create the workflow that we'll call from Airtable. So we're going to select these options, and then we're going to select Airtable. This will then run for a second to find our bases and tables, and then we'll select the table that we want to use. And that's all we have to do on the Airtable front for connecting it. Carrot is super smart. It will find the tables that we have available, and then it'll do all the mapping behind the scenes for us. Next up, we can create the workflow just with a simple prompt. So I'm going to say create a workflow that will take my idea and an Airtable record and then do two things. Create variations of it, and then research the idea and create a report. And then to create this workflow, all I have to do is click Create Workflow. So I'm going to click that. The workflow is now going to start creating. Okay, the workflow is now done being created, and this is what it looks like in Carrot. So we could run the workflow directly from this UI, but that's not what we want to do. We want to integrate it with our Airtable and be able to trigger that from a script itself here, the Trigger Research button. So I'm going to click Go Live, and we're going to have this magic webhook in here. This is the only thing that we need to grab out from Carrot. So we're just going to copy that. And then in the Trigger Research, we will select this button. Let me click Edit so I can open up the code. We're going to open up the code. It's less than 15 lines of code. All we have to do is we read in the table, we read in the record, and then we just pass in all of the values of that record back to the workflow. The magic webhook takes care of it for us, and then we just replace this URL here. So it's just one little script. ChatGPT can write it, no problem, and then we are good to go. So now when we click Trigger Research, this is what's going to happen. We click Trigger Research, the workflow is starting to run. So you say workflow running for workouts that don't require gym equipment. That is the idea name that I had here. Now when I open up in Carrot, I should see past runs. We can see that it is now pending and then starting to run. All right, looks like the workflow has now finished running. And so we can open back up into Airtable here, and we see that we now have the variations of the different ideas here, and we have this research report created by the workflow. So we are able to use AI to generate the variations and use AI and search to create this whole research report and then add it back into Airtable here. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.